and your family.
It's certainly been a while. I've just been super busy, especially with my daughter.
I bet. How is she doing? How are her therapies coming along? Is she making any progress?
She's good. She enjoys working with her speech, physical, and occupational therapists, and she thinks they are her play friends. She enjoys playing with all the toys they give her for therapy.
That's good. I can definitely see that. She enjoys playing with them. Besides, children learn from play.
I know. She's learned so much from the sessions. She's starting to talk and walk more, but...
What's the matter?
I received a phone call about setting up a meeting for a transition. I don't even know what that means.
Did your early steps service coordinator explain to you what transition means?
She did, but I didn't fully understand her.
Okay, let me see if I can help you understand transition better. Have you heard of Individuals with Disability Education Act, which is also known as IDEA 2004?
No, what is that?
IDEA 2004 is a federal law that approves the state and local aid for special education and related services for children with disabilities. The services are provided in two sections called Part C, Infants and Toddlers with Disabilities, and Part B, Assistance for Children with Disabilities ages 3 to 22. Since your daughter is a toddler now, she is receiving services from Early Steps under IDEA 2004 Part C. What you need to know is that by law, after the age of 36 months or 3 years old, your child will no longer be eligible to receive services from Early Steps.
What? What will happen when she starts pre-K or elementary school? She still needs her services.
Well, because of the different requirements under IDEA 2004 Part B for the school district she is in, your daughter may not qualify for the same services she is receiving from Early Steps. However, the good news is that you will get an opportunity to be part of a team that will make important decisions for your daughter regarding her services. There is a chance she will be eligible for the school district pre-K program for children with disabilities under IDEA 2004 Part B or other early learning programs in your community.
Okay, so how does that relate to the transition process?
So you are at the beginning stages of your transition process because you were contacted by your Early Steps service coordinator. The service coordinator informed you that Early Steps has notified the Department of Education and the school district pre-K program for children with disabilities that your daughter is potentially eligible for services. This information will help the school district plan services that will best fit the needs of your daughter. By the time your daughter is 2 years old and 9 months, which is basically when your child is potentially eligible for school district services, Early Steps must hold a transition conference with you. So it is good to know that your service coordinator informed you that you will have a transition conference within 3 weeks.
What's the purpose of this conference?
The purpose of this conference is to provide you, the parent, with an opportunity to opt in or to opt out for the referral for the pre-K ESC program at the school district, which is Part B of IDEA 2004. If you decide to opt for the referral, then there will be a transition meeting with the school district to determine eligibility and placement for your daughter. So the transition conference is different from the transition meeting.
Great. Wait, who will be attending the transition conference?
Well, you and your service coordinator are required to attend the transition conference. Just to let you know, if your child is eligible for the pre-K program for children with disability, your service coordinator is required to invite the school district representative to the conference with your approval. Also, with your approval, other individuals could be part of this conference, such as representatives from program or programs where your child is currently receiving services. You can ask your service provider to invite a representative from agencies, programs that serve children with disabilities, such as Early Steps service providers, Head Start, Community Child Care, Florida Diagnostics and Learning Resources System, known as FIDLERS, or any other individuals, agency representatives of your family's choice, like a physical therapist or speech therapist.
All right, so what will happen during this transition conference?
During the transition conference, the Early Steps Service Coordinator will discuss the services that are available from the school from the local school district that will best fit the needs of your daughter. They will talk about the process for evaluation and eligibility determination for services such as therapies that your daughter may qualify for from the district. They will also review existing information on your child and family, along with family's current concerns for your daughter's development during the transition process. According to the family's concerns, strategies will be developed to address the concerns, as well as activities that will need to be completed before your child moves into the new setting, such as vaccination records, scheduling a visit to the program sites, or paperwork that needs to fill out before the child starts the new services or program will be discussed. In addition, the people who would be involved in completing the various activities that will address the strategies or concerns that will be written on the new IFSP, such as the teacher or therapist, will be present. A timeline will be created to explain when each activity needs to be completed. Other agencies and community providers will be present in the transition conference that may provide assistance to your child and family's needs.
So after this transition conference, and in order for my child to enter a school district pre-K program for children with disability services, I have to attend a transition meeting, right?
Yes, you're right.
Okay, so what is the process like for this transition meeting for my daughter?
Well, it's quite simple. The school district will need to evaluate her records to determine if she qualifies for the service. You will be invited to attend the transition meeting to review the evaluation information. If your daughter is determined to be eligible, then an individual education plan, known as an IEP, is written and must be implemented by your child's 3rd birthday. The IEP, which is under Part B, replaces IFSP from Early Steps, which is under Part C of IDEA. You must be invited to attend the transition meeting during which the IEP will be written. You may request the school district to invite individuals to be part of this meeting, such as the Early Steps Service Coordinator, a representative from the programs where your child is receiving services, or anyone you would like to invite to participate in this meeting. This is to make sure that the services that your daughter will need will be written in the IEP.
Wow, this seems like such a daunting process.
I know this can be a little overwhelming, so there are more resources. If you need any additional information on how to prepare for the transition process, you could use the Transition, a booklet to help children and families transition from early steps at age 3 to other community programs that is offered by the Florida Department of Education, the Early Step Program, a Family's Guide to Transition booklet, or ask your service coordinator for resources you could use to prepare for the transition process.
Okay, great. So, let me make sure I get this. First, I have to go to a transition conference. If I decide that I want my daughter to opt in for the services from the school district, then I have to go to a transition meeting. At the transition meeting, an IEP is made that replaces the Early Steps IFSP, and this needs to be started by the time my daughter is 3 years old. Did I understand correctly?
Yes, you did.
Thank you for the explanation. I feel better about going into this meeting and preparing for the entire transition process for my daughter now.
You're welcome. I'm glad I could help you.